And we're back for another episode. Back in the living room. Just me and Parker today. Yeah, man. We're just going to keep doing this thing.
Back at it.
Yeah, keep chatting, man. Keeping this thing alive, dude. I don't want this to turn into one of those things to where I look back in 10 years and be like, dang, I wish I wouldn't have stopped, or I wish I would have went a little bit harder. Because I feel like that happens in a lot of people's like lives and like ventures that they have. Like, I wish I would have played golf more when I was in my 20s. Like, you know, when you get old.
Well, motivation runs out. I think that's what it is. Because a lot of people, it's easy to like for example, the gym. Like one day you wake up and you're like, you know what? I want to stop being a lazy fuck. I want to go to the gym. Like I want to get my life together. And you got that motivation. But that motivation wears off. Like you're not always going to feel like going, but to see results, you have to be disciplined enough to keep doing it, and that's what you're doing.
Yeah, it does, and that's what I was even telling you this earlier. I almost was like, man, I'm tired today. Let's just try and do it this weekend, and then this weekend would have happened, and then knowing that I already had stuff on the books this weekend, and being like, well, actually, that's not even a possibility. You know, I'm lying to myself.
Right.
You know. But why do you think that, or like, where does that lack of motivation come from, you think? I guess, is it like an insecurity thing from people? Like,
I think just motivation.
Like with the gym, I guess.
It just comes in spurts. Like, I mean, people, you know, you're not always happy. You're not always sad. Like, it just, you go through your moods, and when you're feeling good, you want to, like, change your life. Like, I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to get my life together.
Healthy,
But then that's not going to last. You're going to be feeling down. You're going to be like, I just want a bowl of cereal right now, you know? Like, I want some chocolate chip cookies. Like, it's all discipline, man. I'm trying to teach myself that. Like, I got to be more disciplined in life.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we all could. No one's, even freaking Liver King himself, no matter how fit, well, obviously, you know, he had his flaws too, but, like, there's also probably something in his life that wasn't fully up to the ancestral tenets or whatever he was saying.
Right,
you know, no one can actually be every step of the way like, I'm going to be perfectly fit and healthy, sound mind, soul, and body all the way around. It's not possible.
Yeah, that's true. Unless you're like David Goggins.
Well,
that motherfucker.
You know, but you know his fault was he was fucking his body. He's fucking his body up. Like, you heard the shit about his knees, right?
I don't think so.
Like, dude, he ran so much that, like, his knees and, like, his feet are fucked for life. Like, Rogan talks about, there's this clip.
And he's like, fuck it, I'm going to keep running. Yeah. I don't care.
That's that bitch in you.
Yeah. No, buddy, that's your knees giving out.
Rogan was talking about how he had this procedure done where he had, like, fluid, like vials and ounces of fluid taken out of his knee. And he was like, I mean, he got that... He got that goddamn German Shepherd in him, because I'm gonna be honest, man. My knees hurting. I'm not gonna do squats at the gym. I'm not doing cardio.
I'm not running that day.
I'm not running 100 miles 5 a.m. You just ain't built for this. You just got some bitch in you.
Hey, man. Props to him.
Yeah, props to him. I mean, it's good to, and I think this it's a good, I'm not bashing him. It's a great, like, thing to have discipline and to have, like, a good, healthy routine, dude. A healthy routine, because think about routine, that word, like, routine, you think about something you do every day. There's a lot of unhealthy-ass routines, you know?
Oh, yeah.
To get into, and routine, and once you find something that's real comfortable to get into an easy routine that's, like, unhealthy and bad for you, you know?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I could name a few.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we all know, but, like, it's just fighting through it. But yeah, back to what I was saying though, man. I just was having like we talked about this a little bit before, but just having like kind of a breakthrough. Like, dude, we're getting up there. We're not freaking old. I'm not saying that we're old. We still have youth, but like, I'm gonna be 30 soon. 30's around the corner, you know, and we can't do the shit that we, 10 years ago at 17. We couldn't do the shit that we could do at 17 now, you know. We can still be fun and like have fun, but you can't. You can't do the shit that we were doing at 17, you know?
Yeah, I've noticed that even like at my job, man. Like sometimes like my back will just be hurting or my knees will be hurting. And I'm like, fuck, dude, like, is this what getting old is?
Yeah.
Like, damn, this sucks.
I think so, man. Yeah. I think so. And like I feel my age. I feel my age a little bit. I mean, I don't want to say that I don't feel like I still like want to go to Bonnaroo. You know, I'm always going to have like a youthful presence to me. I feel like.
Yeah, I think that's important.
I do. Yeah, I do. That's what I was going to say is I think that's always important. No matter how old you get, have some like, I don't know. It's hard to, how would you describe it? Like youthfulness
I don't
to you?
like, never like think you're old. Always like mentally, I think, be youthful. I think.
And there's a fine line between that and like immature. I'm not saying be like immature and be like be the guy at Walmart tossing the toilet paper over the aisle. Like I'm not saying do that, but
no, just like don't have that mindset like, oh, I can't do this because I'm like too old. I guess I witnessed that more with like older people in my life, but like I'm not gonna name names, but like I see them and they're like, I can't do that because I'm too old, and it's like, bro. Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking more not like friends we know, but like grown-ups, like older people in my life.
What do you think limits them? Like is it like physically? Like I feel like I can't go, I don't know, go hit in the batting cage at Go USA with you, or is it stuff like why I can't go out to this concert with you because I just don't think that's socially acceptable. Like what would you say? Is it like
I was thinking more physically, but yeah, that way too. Like fuck it, dude. You see people at Bonnaroo all the time that are old as fuck, like, and those people are cool. You know, those old motherfuckers that are still vibing like we are.
Yeah,
like I fuck with that. That's cool.
And I don't think it's weird.
Nah, I don't either.
No, like I'm not saying I don't think that's weird to be.
That's
older.
Respectable. I like that.
Because at the end of the day, like, what is I don't know what's that saying like childlike wonder, like that type of stuff. Like whenever you're a child, bro, you have so much like ambition and like wonder, like you wonder about this world and like you think the best of you're pretty, for the most part, if you're a child, you're pretty positive and pretty much good to be around unless something has like influenced that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kids are good at the end of the day. It's just what the environment they grew up in, you know, or how they were raised or who they saw be a dickhead.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, there's a Bible verse about that actually that I was thinking about getting tatted on me. It's crazy you say that. It's literally, I forget the verse now, but it says something like that. Like, remember how you viewed the world as a kid and like never lose that pretty much.
Exactly. That's a good like a good statement to live by, to be honest, because like, dude, you only have like, think about if you're lucky, bro, you have 100 years. If you're lucky, dude, and in actuality, we probably got 75.
Yeah.
You know, think about that in terms of the history of this earth. The earth is 4 billion years old. 75 years is like a fart compared to that.
Yeah, it's nothing.
Like it's a fart, literally. You know,
and most people spend that time just working, like in a cubicle.
And true, yeah.
And just sad as fuck. And oh, dude, I hate that shit. That could never be me.
So why not be pushing 50 out there, you know, at the freaking Denzel Curry show?
Yeah.
If your body will hold up, you know?
Yeah.
And that also kind of goes into discipline about taking care of yourself now.
Yeah, that's true.
Dude, I know this is crazy to think, but all the viewers out there, most people are probably younger than us. Take care of yourself now, because it's like when you exercise and eat healthy and take your vitamins and stuff, it's not for right now. It's really for you 50 years from now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you're not going to be young forever.
No, it's biologically not possible.
You're not. It's just going to start breaking down. Your back's going to hurt when you wake up. Your neck's going to be stiff.
Your eyes are going to start. Did you never wear contacts or anything, did you? So you're lucky in that regard, because ever since birth, my whole family, we've just been like blind as shit.
Yeah.
So like Kobe and my mom they couldn't function. They couldn't see this like can in front of their face if they didn't have anything.
Damn. Yeah,
crazy.
That's tough.
That is tough. Um, yeah, dude. So what's been tickling your fancy lately? What's been on your mind recently? What's besides just normal work, go to sleep type shit? What you been on, man?
I've just been playing the game, really.
Mm-hmm.
I've been going to work, playing the game. I've been playing Call of Duty Ranked and Harry Potter. That's pretty much it.
Ooh, I'm glad you brought that up because this is a topic I wanted to try and unpack with you. So, you know that feeling you get when you when you're playing like that Harry Potter game or like a movie or a TV show or something like that, where you like it puts you in that world.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you know that they did something right.
Yeah.
And that's really hard to do.
Yeah.
To like feel like you're in Hogwarts type shit,
No,
and
they
like
snapped on that game.
yeah. So, and then like how you feel about Zelda too, like you feel like Link.
Yeah.
Like you're in the forest or wherever, with your sword and your
Mhm.
bow and arrow, and you're in that world. Like, I just think about this because like, I'm a creator and I look at stuff from like even movies now that I watch. I look at it from like the video director's point of view type shit, and it's got to be hard as fuck to write something or think of it, get it on paper, film it, find the right actors.
Dude. I'd be thinking about that shit too, man.
How, dude?
Yeah, like how do you go from like just having an idea in your head to making like a full-length game or movie? It's like even like I'd be thinking about this like animation, dude. Like, like cuz they go scene by scene, like how long must that fucking take to make a whole video game or a whole TV show? I would like to do that, to be honest.
Yeah.
But that'd be cool to learn, but it seems like a lot.
It does. And I mean, that's why they get paid. That's why it's so profound though, is when they hit it on the head. Cuz think about how many movies you've seen or shows you've tried to like start and it just didn't do it for you cuz like they didn't do a good job of putting you in that world.
Yeah.
Like that's so bro, they're playing pretend. They're literally wearing costumes.
Yeah.
And playing pretend. There's a guy laying on the ground faking like he's dead.
Yeah.
But you feel like he just got shot in the fucking chest. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's trippy.
Like there's lights and a camera in front of us right now, and like I can't imagine like with the director back there and like a whole crew, and like I have to act like this person just died. It's like
fuck.
Yeah, you don't think about that when you're watching it, but
when they do it so good, and you feel like your skin crawl a little bit.
Yeah.
And you're like, damn. I feel like that really emotionally affected that person.
Yeah.
Who was playing that role.
Yeah. That's a whole other world, man.
Yeah, and like the fact that video games, I feel like it's maybe a little bit easier for video games because you're controlling it.
Yeah.
You're like you are the character, and you tell that character to go left or right or forward or open this door. And there's also been a ton of, I'm sure, I don't play a ton of story games, but there's a lot of story games that don't do it too. It's like, this is like way too complicated or
for sure,
or not complicated enough, or just, something isn't doing it. Something's off.
Dude, I had this thought before. I want to make a game, or I want someone to make a game where every player has one life and that's it. Like you get one life, you get like one account. Because, people would make different like emails and set up new accounts. There has to be a way that each player has one chance to make it through the game. And if you die, that's it. And like it would be a thing where like people around the world would see how far they could get with their life.
I got to level 71. Yeah.
Yeah. But that's all you get is one chance. And when you die, you're done forever. And like who like would make it to the end? Like, that would be so cool.
Yeah. It would, man, and someone would do it.
Someone
would finish it.
Yeah,
like some crazy person.
Eventually.
Yeah, eventually.
Because some guy would get to like so far and then die and be like, "Oh, I should have done this."
Yeah,
and
I should have jumped
would hear
up
that
here. Yeah,
and do that. Dude, I gotta make that one day, or someone needs to.
What kind of game do you think it would be? Like a zombie game, or like what kind of
Just
game?
I imagine something like Zelda, just like a story game, where like you start and you have to go find this, and then once you find that item, you can now access this area, which leads you into this part. You gotta solve these puzzles, and then you get another item that lets you access another area.
Right.
But yeah, you only get one life. That would be really dope.
I guarantee that would smack.
Right?
Yeah, I really
It would
do.
be like
Especially
a global
if it's done
thing.
Right. Yeah, especially if it's done right. Like if it was built right.
Yeah.
You know, to where it was like a good game.
Dude, you'd be so pissed if you died.
Yeah, I spent $70 on this.
That's it.
Yeah.
Like, damn it. You'd be on YouTube, like seeing how far people are getting. That'd be so cool.
I like that idea. That's cool. I've also thought about this too, which Netflix has started to incorporate this. There was a show, but like where you watch like a movie or something and it has a different ending like every time you watch it, which has kind of already been a thing, but like the user experience is like almost independent.
Yeah.
To who watches it type shit.
Yeah. There is shit. What was that shit called?
Yeah, I never watched it, but I know,
you know what I'm talking about?
I do. To where you watched it in the order you wanted to.
No, I know what that like just came out.
Yeah, that was on Netflix.
Ago. It was on Netflix too. It was called like the something game, where every scene that came up, you got to pick what happened next.
Oh,
it was like
Black Mirror did that too.
That popped up.
Black Mirror did one.
But like that would be cool, but I wish there was like one specific way you could go, you could travel, that would get you to like an ending that no one had ever seen before, like a super unique ending.
Yeah, exactly.
But you had to do like fucking 50 questions in a row correctly.
To where it's like, oh my god, you've done the 0.01% ending.
Yeah. That would be dope.
I know freaking Presley texted us the other day, we're 100 days away from Bonnaroo, but like I can't stop just looking forward to that. But I'm also trying to break that. Like, it's so fucked that I have to like torture myself to like keep myself sane and not think about it, because it does torture you, because you're like, God, I can't wait.
Yeah.
But also like I'm excited, but also it's like a third of the year away.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For Bonnaroo, for context. But I just like, I hate that I have to like tell myself, dude, just put it away, man, and think about it later.
Well, that's what makes it good.
Yeah.
If we didn't get it once a year and the anticipation, it wouldn't be so fun. The fact that we only get it once a year for 4 days, I really like that.
4 days, 4 nights or so. And because if it was every weekend, it would not hit the same.
No, not at all.
Like, are you going to see Vince Staples this weekend? I don't know. No. Like, you know, are you going to see Kendrick again this weekend? Like, he's performing at Bonnaroo every weekend? No. Like, it wouldn't hit.
It wouldn't.
However, if they did it twice a year, it would still be cool.
That would be cool.
You know, like if they split the lineup in half and did like a summer and like a early fall one.
Yeah.
Or it was like half a Bonnaroo. It was like half a Bonnaroo. Like say it was like the Thursday and Friday. Like the Thursday and Friday.
Like a summer and
in
a
the
winter
summer.
one?
Yeah,
or
like
summer
something
and
like that.
fall?
And then the Saturday and Sunday lineup was like in the fall or something like that.
That would be cool. Yeah.
All right, so we're going to react to a clip of so we're going to pivot here. We were just talking about like, you know, being kids and shit, but we're going to pivot on more of a concrete topic here. And so the MLB has implemented pretty much a shot clock, you know, essentially for pitches. I think it's 20 seconds, and we grew up playing ball, man. It just doesn't feel right. You know, baseball's like the one sport that it is the one sport that doesn't have a timer.
Yeah.
There's no clock. And this is why, because it can be exploited. So watch this.
Max Scherzer is already out here playing mind games with the pitch clock. Let's break it down. First, he waits for Riley Adams to get set, and then he holds the ball for an unusually long amount of time. making the batter uncomfortable and forcing him to use his one and only timeout of the at-bat. As soon as it's called, he immediately gets set and stays set throughout the entire timeout. Scherzer knows that because that's his only timeout, as soon as Adams steps into the box, he can pitch to him. So he just stands there ready to go, waiting for him to step into the box so he can throw him a strike immediately. And guess what? It worked.
That's fucked up.
That's smart.
It's smart, but he's exploiting the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's very smart, but they tried to come up with a solution to the problem and speed up the game. Speed up the game of baseball because baseball is boring. By adding the clock and making it to where it's like, okay, speed it up, guys. But he literally made the batter burn his one time out, and then as soon as he stepped in the box, he could just throw him a freaking 95-mile-per-hour fastball down the gut.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. That's interesting because I feel like it's cool. Like, I mean, if the batter steps in the box, you pitch to him, right?
Yeah, but think about how much. All right, think about baseball. When you get in that box, you're not fully ready until you're like ready.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Think about if you just stepped in there and then you just saw 95.5 seconds later. And your feet aren't even like your left foot didn't even hit the ground yet.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but then again, you could just like kind of like have your foot out of the box and like be getting ready, and then like, all right, step in, let's go, I'm ready. You know?
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I do, but I
don't know. I don't like it. Let me just say that I don't like the pitch clock as it is.
But it is smart on Scherzer's end to.
Yeah.
Of course, out of all people, he's gonna figure out how to do some
exploit it.
Yeah, some like ratty shit because that's the type of guy, and that's how pitchers are too. Pitchers will always find a way to be like that.
Yeah, I mean, he's just exploiting it. I mean, you can't knock him for it. I just don't think it's a good idea in general. I get what they're trying to do, but it's just not baseball, man.
No,
having a timer, it's just not baseball.
No, and also
maybe we sound like old heads though. Maybe the newer generation likes it.
Maybe we'll see. We'll see this year how the TV ratings are and stuff, and maybe they can cut off 30 minutes per game.
But if that's what they're trying to go for is like more viewers, I don't think this is going to make people watch more baseball. I don't think adding a pitch clock is going to make people. Oh, now I want to watch baseball.
Yeah, because it's more sped up. Why you don't think so?
Not this way. I think.
Or how do you think? I guess.
I think shortening the amount of time a batter has an at bat. Like, I've always thought about this. Like foul balls, you can foul a ball off over and over.
25 times, 99,000 times in a row, and then you still got 2 strikes,
and you'd still be in there. Yeah, I think there needs to be something done about that. But then again, I've talked to Will about this, and his argument is like, well, no, like you have to get me out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I'm in there fighting. Like you have to get me out. But like, I think if you want to speed the game up, do it that way. Find a way, which maybe that's their solution is the pitch clock, but find a way to make the at-bats not last so long.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, and that's have you heard of the Savannah Bananas? They're like the Harlem Globetrotters.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what they I think you only get 2 strikes. They've done that. They've made baseball fun, but it's not very practical. It's all theater.
Yeah.
But like it's like your at-bats are like you got to swing, like you got to throw a strike. Like it's all very like straightforward in your face.
Yeah.
So here's the Savannah Banana rules.
This game is called Banana Ball. We have 9 rules. Rule number 1, every inning counts. If you win the inning, you get a point. How do you win an inning? You score more runs than the other team. And the final inning matters the most, with every run counting as a point. Number 2, there's a 2-hour time.
That's interesting.
When we hit the 2 hours, boom, it's over. Unless there's a tie. And then it goes to our one-on-one showdown. Pitcher versus hitter with only one fielder. The pitcher has to stop the hitter or the hitter has to score. Number 4, there's no bunting. Bunting sucks. We're eliminating it. All right, swing the bat. Next rule, you can steal first. If
That's interesting. I like that.
I don't care what count it is. All right, hitter take off. Number 6, there are no walks. Walks are now sprints. On ball 4, the hitter takes off.
Oh.
He can advance to as many bases
It's
as he wants, while the catcher has to
throw a
throw
damn
the ball
strike.
to every single position player before it becomes
Ooh.
Makes you
live.
throw a damn
That's
strike.
interesting.
Number 7, batters cannot step out of the batter's box.
Ah.
Step out, it's a strike. Next rule, no mound visits. Coach does a slow little walk out to the mound. He's just delaying the game. Fans don't need that. We're done with that. And finally, what's the most fans first rule you could have? Well, let the fans actually play.
That's wild.
Fan catches a foul ball, it's an out. Everyone's trying to be a part of the game.
So
now fans
obviously,
can-
Yo, that's interesting.
most of it's-
I've never seen that.
half of it's pretty radical, but some of it could be don't step out of the box.
That's cool.
What was the other one? The 2-hour time limit is iffy because I just don't think that's practical. Because think about it in the NBA, there's a timer, but also what if it's triple overtime? You know?
Well,
Like,
and one team could like use that. They could like hold the ball
true.
or waste time.
They could find a way around it. No
Yeah.
mound visits. I some of
No
it's,
mound visits is cool. Why do you need to go out there?
Yeah.
Give him a sign. Be like, from the dugout, you good?
Are you good?
Yes or no?
And then he hits you with this.
Yeah.
And then we're like, all right, warm him up.
Yeah.
But some of it, I mean, at least is interesting.
The fan catching a foul ball.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool.
That I mean,
That keeps the people in it.
it does. So,
I like that.
because honestly, like
You could incorporate some of these rules into real baseball. I
at
think.
least the what was it? Stepping out of the box was one that I think. Why do you? Why did our coaches after every pitch step out of the box, step out of the box, step out
Just waste time.
for the bullshit?
You don't do
sign?
that in BP.
And look, exactly.
And you're just in there ready to
And
hit.
think about when it was a bunting. So they only give you the only time the batter needs a sign is when you're bunting, pretty much, unless they give you the random take
Yeah, or
But-
the hit and run.
and or hit and run. But also think about this: shouldn't you always be hitting and running? And also think about this: when the coach gives you the bunt sign, both teams know that you're bunting. It's
Yeah.
fucking obvious for the most part.
Yeah.
You know, okay. Oh, you got a runner on second base with no outs, and this guy stinks at the plate, and this guy on second is fast. What the fuck are they about to do? Oh, they're about to get him on third base and bunt the ball. It's obvious as shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I like the
know.
wild pitch you can run to first too. That's pretty
interesting.
cool.
You do that on a drop third strike?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, throw a fucking strike.
Yeah.
Like for the pitcher, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
Especially if you're a pro.
Yeah.
Throw the ball to the glove. You
Throw the
shouldn't
ball-
throw a wild pitch at
No.
that level.
Oh, not at that. Hell no.
No.
In high school, it happened a lot, but
Yeah.
still, we were like, hey.
Yeah.
Who cares if you throw, even if you throw 65 miles per hour in high school and you throw it down the middle, I guarantee you're going to be one of the best pitchers on your team.
Yeah.
Just simply because the hitters are so inconsistent.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, bro. Like, if you got a freaking Vanderbilt commit up there, he's going to swing and miss a lot.
Yeah.
Throw that bitch down the middle. Stop, you know?
Yeah. And ball 4, throwing it to
Throwing
every
it around.
player.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
That extra encourages you to not throw a strike or to not throw a ball and to throw strikes.
To throw strikes, and you got to make sure everyone on your team is like
Yeah.
capable of handling the ball
touching it
and
and
throwing it.
Otherwise, he's gonna get a run
Yeah.
because you threw 4 balls.
Yeah, or like if you got like if you toss it to the third baseman and they throw it to the left fielder and like overthrow him, and now he's got to fucking go chase it. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a run.
That's a run
Like, he's coming
because the
home.
pitcher couldn't throw a strike.
Yeah,
Couldn't
because
at
your
least-
third baseman can't throw it
Yeah,
to
and,
the
and,
glove.
and then your third baseman couldn't make a throw.
That's
So-
dude. That's interesting. I've never seen those rules. I've seen those Savannah Bananas on TikTok, but I
So-
never knew the rules.
And I'd go to that. 2
I would-
hours.
yeah.
Cool. Oh, okay, cool. Get there at 7. We're done by 9:30. Cool.
Yeah,
You know, I'm back in my car at 9:30. Bet.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. That's dope.
Interesting. I mean, it's like I said, it is definitely the Globetrotter, Harlem Globetrotters, how the Globetrotters were doing crazy shit, and like it was like professional, I guess. Like they were really good, but it wasn't. Maybe some of it was scripted. I don't think that is per
No.
se. Like they're probably really out there playing. I don't know who the hell they could be playing, but
Yeah.
still, like it is.
What league are they
Yeah,
in?
yeah, right. It's still cool though, because I just hate that baseball has fallen so far in popularity. I guess that's the whole kind of moral of this.
Yeah.
This little rant, because baseball is great live. You go to a baseball game. I don't care if you have never you could take your girl to a baseball game and sit there next to her, have a beer, some chicken tenders and fries, and you're having a good time. Not just not on your phone, you're watching the game. You're like, oh dang, did you see that? That line drive and the third baseman jumped up and caught it. Yeah. However, if I'm sitting on this couch with my girl, we got some beer and chicken wings on TV, we're going to be on our phone in 10 minutes. And that sucks.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah. Baseball's definitely had to be there kind of game.
Yeah. You can, we feel how we feel about the NBA right now, but
and that's coming a lot that's saying a lot coming from us because we played baseball.
That's what
we can't even sit here and watch
14 years of our life.
Yeah.
Half of our lifetime was spent with a glove and a ball and a bat.
Yeah.
And now I'm sitting here saying, God damn, I'd rather watch basketball or a freaking random watch Ohio play Toledo in football.
Yeah.
And that's sad.
Yeah.
And maybe, I don't know, maybe maybe the games will be 30, 45 minutes shorter, in the regular season, and people want to tune in and watch the Braves and the Mets on a Monday.
I don't think that's the way.
I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, they tried. One event that people always watch is the home run derby, just because of the pure just insanity of just bomb.
That's cool.
Bomb. But no one watches the dunk contest. Did you watch the dunk? I didn't.
Well, it's because they ran out of fucking dunks.
That is true. That is true.
Everything.
About 5 or 6 years ago, we were like, hey, we've seen the.
Yeah. After Aaron Gordon went under both legs.
Yeah, and Levine went from the free throw.
After that, it's all right, everything's been done.
And then even in that regard, people, I know a lot of people in the South maybe, or people our age watch the NBA, but in other age groups, the NBA is declining in viewership. The NFL is king. I mean, that's obvious. But out of all demographics, in the NBA and the MLB are declining. It's really just in NFL. That's had more of a growth each year, been popular.
NFL can sometimes be boring to me too, man. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, how so? Which games or just period?
Just not the Super Bowl is cool because every play matters, but
yeah,
I don't know. It can be kind of slow sometimes. You run the ball up the middle, you get 1 yard, they tackle them. It takes fucking 30 seconds for them to get back to the line. You run a pass play, incomplete. All right, now they got to walk back to the line. That's another 30 seconds.
The ref calls a foul.
Foul.
Penalty.
You got to talk to dude. The NFL can be boring to me too. So then how do you speed that up? I don't know. Maybe it's just my fucking attention span going down because of TikTok and shit.
Maybe.
But I think if that's me saying that, then I think the younger generation might be thinking that too.
Yeah,
that's all they know. Is that instant gratification.
And that perfectly segues me into this is why CDL is the future sport.
That's what I was thinking. That's literally what I was just thinking. So because to speed the game
it matches up. Yeah.
Because you have to. We're humans. They're humans out there on the field. You have to give them time to reset, catch their breath, so they can give you a good route. You don't have to do that with video game characters.
Yes. Derrick Henry, as much as we think he is not superhuman, that motherfucker get tired.
Yeah.
And he on first and second down, he had, 2 10-yard runs. He's got to take a play off.
Yeah. So you can say we need to speed the game up. We need to have them go. Not so much downtime. But they're humans. They have to have a little downtime. But not video game characters.
Yeah, no, not your rose skin on Warzone.
No, she can tack sprint.
She's tack sprinting until the game says, okay, it refreshed.
Yeah. That's interesting, dude. And maybe that's why esports will take off, because there is no downtime. You don't have to have people rest.
Exactly.
You can go 100%.
That is interesting.
Of the time.
I really do, and I hate to say that. I really think we've kind of cracked the sports thing.
I never thought about that.
Me neither. Okay, well then let me ask you this: as a avid gamer, do you think that? I guess. Do you think that specifically Call of Duty will last 10, 20 years from now, or do you do you think that there will be a different game?
Well.
So the thing about FPSs are the way. I think first-person shooters are going to always be popular.
I think so too. So the thing with Call of Duty is they had the jetpack era where they made games faster and everything was moving faster, but then the community was like, oh, like we miss the OG COD, boots on the ground, a little bit slower. Yeah. And so they tried to like appease to that crowd and they went back to that. But I think in the future they will see that that's where the money is speeding the game up, because that's what TikTok did. Like it gives you instant gratification where you don't have to wait. It's just swipe, boom, you're gratified. And that's what COD needs to be, like, to advance. You know what I'm saying? Wow. You need to, like kill someone, die. All right, I'm spawned back up. I'm ready to go again. I kill a couple people. Boom, I die. Yeah. All right, I'm spawned up. I'm ready to go again. That, I think, is the future. I don't know. I think if another game came along and did that better than COD, it could take over. But COD has an opportunity in front of them. The thing with COD is they're not appeasing to that crowd. They're not looking at that market. They're looking at the casual, my grandpa on his fucking couch on his 50-inch.
Who finished the campaign and then went and was like, what's this multiplayer?
Yes, they're trying to appease to that crowd because that's where they think the money is, when it might be right now.
Okay, why do they think that? Because think about how much money real COD gamers put into their system, into their setup.
Because of stats, because of numbers, because when COVID happened and everyone was inside, even the non-gamers, when they were inside, all they could do was play Warzone. It was slow. Fortnite was out. It was like kind of slower. Battle Royales, those are slower paced games, and they made them a lot of money. And so now that's all they're set on, is like, oh, this is what we have to do to make money. And obviously that's all they care about, is making money. So that they don't see the lane of esports and competitive games. They don't see that lane yet. To them, that's like a side, like, we'll get to that when we get to it.
Well, let me ask you this on the contrary. You know, we like hard points where it's, okay, I'm back. Okay, rotate, we're spawning here. Why are BRs so popular? Battle Royale so popular?
Well, because of Fortnite.
But why? Why, dude, think about how slow, before the reboot ban.
Yeah.
You got downed.
Well,
and then if you got off, you had to queue up another game and wait 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, I mean, Fortnite changed the game. Before Fortnite, there was like a couple other battle royales. There was DayZ and
PUBG.
Yeah. Those were the two, but they weren't really that popular.
We're good.
But when Fortnite, you hit the light. I don't know if that matters. It's not on you as much. When Fortnite came along, it changed the game. Like, for whatever reason, dropping in with your boys and seeing those guns with the different colors, the blue for fucking rare and the gold, it did something like in your brain. Like when you dropped, you had just as much of a chance as anyone, no matter how good you were, of landing on a gold gun, opening a chest and getting that gold gun. Mm-hmm. And that in itself it makes you want to play, no matter how good you are. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You could land on that house with the gold gun and now you're good.
The guy who's got a green pistol who's played 50 hours of Fortnite this week.
You have the advantage.
Yeah, you have the advantage.
And so, I mean, Fortnite changed the game with Battle Royales. They did it right. And then every other game fucking saw them and was like, oh, well, this is what we got to do. And that's what I hate about capitalism. And like,
I really think that it comes down to capitalism. It takes out the creativity.
Yeah. Everyone just sees what makes the most money and they're like, oh, let's do our version.
Apex is cool, though.
Apex is cool. They did it right, but kind of the same thing.
I can't lie though, man. Apex is the one game that I've tried throughout the years that if I wasn't playing COD, I think I'd be on Apex more.
Yeah,
I like it. It looks cool.
Yeah,
I like and I know there's Overwatch has like Overwatch and Apex. I'm pretty sure they're not made by the same people, right?
I don't think.
But they have the same vibe. Yeah, and Valorant kind
of. Well, yeah, they do. Everyone, you have like the different characters that have their specific ability.
Yeah.
Well, dude, that's, I mean, my favorite COD game of all time, Black Ops 3. That's what Black Ops 3 was. You chose your specialist.
Really?
Before the game, and You could have the invisibility guy. You could have the heat wave guy, the guy that ran super fast.
I did not know that.
It was the coolest
they did
game
that.
ever.
What
yeah.
the fuck?
But then everyone was like, "Oh, this isn't Call of Duty. What is this? Like, we're trying to be Halo. We're trying to be this and that." So they're like, "Oh, okay. Well, gotta follow the money."
Yeah. We got to make another World War II game.
Exactly. And that's what they did. And then it fucking flopped.
Yeah.
And Call of Duty's at this weird space right now.
Right
where
now-
they're just like grandfathered in. That's all it is.
Well, also think about how strange it is that they were like, all right, guys, MW2, 2 years. And then literally 11 months go by and they're like, never mind.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
hate that. And I was on board for 2 years of MW2. I was
me
dude,
too.
Parker, I was getting ready for this like fall when they were going to do the DLC. I know I already could see what was building up to it. I was like, dude, I bet the DLC this fall or winter, whatever they do is going to be neat.
Yeah.
Cuz that's never happened, bro, to where
Yeah.
they had a game for 2 years.
No.
Think about that second release.
Exactly.
I would have paid 15, 20, $30 for some more DLC.
For sure.
You know,
For sure.
half the price instead of, but they were like, nope, we need that $70 ticket. We need that
Exactly.
$70 price tag for Advanced Warfare 3 or 2 or whatever is probably going to come out.
Hopefully, my hope is that they kind of see what we're talking about and they see that, oh, there is a lane for faster paced games.
And I'm cool with that.
And maybe
too,
that's what they're
yeah.
trying to do. Like, they were like, hold up, we need to make Advanced Warfare 2 and give them back jetpacks and
Yeah.
advanced movement and all that shit. Hopefully that's what they're doing. But
Final question, I guess. It still falls in line with the esports stuff, but why do you think that shooters and battle royales are the premier esport game and it's not like something like 2K or FIFA, like sports? You know what I'm saying? Like, why do I not know the kid who's cold as shit at 2K, you know, and because they do that. They have like Pro-Am where you have your My players together and, you know, you got your 5 people and you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And you play against other 5 people. Why do you think 2K, you know, I don't know. Why do you think that sports games aren't going to be or aren't now the popular esport?
well, I would like to see the numbers because
Yeah.
maybe they are.
And
That's
maybe
just
I'm not
not.
tapped
That's
in.
just not our bubble. Yeah, and
maybe
I'm not either.
tapped in.
But I know there are Madden tournaments and there are 2K tournaments, just like there are COD,
Yeah.
where they have events and they have people live next to
Right.
each other. I just don't know how big they are because that's not my demographic.
For sure.
But I think it's because COD started as a game. Like, I mean, 2K, like we can, if you're playing 2K, that means you really like basketball. And so therefore, like, you're probably going to be into real basketball. Same as like, if you're playing Madden, that means you really like football.
Yeah,
therefore, you're going to be into real football and you're
Right.
going to like watching it and
Like
stuff.
you like the Ravens, that's why you play with the Ravens. Like,
yeah.
you know.
So like the video game part of it isn't like your number one. Whereas Call of Duty, they're like, that's it.
That's it. It's all games.
It's just the
Yeah,
game.
it's
And
not
so, like, if you like COD, you
yeah.
like COD.
Yeah, you're not a gun enthusiast. Like you're not
Yeah.
like, oh wow, I just really like to see what the M4 looks like.
Yeah,
in
with the long barrel
with
on
the-
it and the fucking
Yeah.
demo stock. Like,
that is true.
no one gives a fuck, bro. I like seeing quick, fast-paced action with teamwork involved.
Yeah.
4 versus 4. You give me the call out. I have to look there. I have to predict where you're gonna go and then counter that in some way. Like, I like the mind games that go into COD.
Oh, okay. Random question. Why 4? Why do you think they chose 4? Like, why couldn't it have been 5 or even 3?
It just works because they did 5 for 2 years, I believe. Maybe just 1. They tried 5 on 5, and it was just so chaotic.
Like there was just too much. Like I can't imagine a
Well,
hard point with 5.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It was like you kill one,
and there's
and
3.
then by the time you
Yeah.
kill the other 4, that one that you killed is already back in the action.
Wow.
Like, it was literally so chaotic. It was unbelievable.
So 4's a good balance.
4 is just, it just works for Call of Duty. The way the size of the maps, how long it takes for you to kill someone, them to spawn up, and them to get back in the action, 4 just works.
Especially on the respawns, on like Control and Hardpoint.
Yeah, especially then.
I don't know. I'm just trying to. I don't know. I was just trying to see like what the future of like first person shooters was, because like I'm not saying COD is the Nike of damn near games. Period.
Yeah.
You know, like I think it'll always be here, but I just wonder, man. You know, I wonder if something Battlefield-esque comes about to where it's like, well, what about Battlefield though?
You talking like bigger maps, like Battle Royale?
No. Just something that's not even. Imagine if there was just a game that was like COD, but it was just a little bit. I don't know how, but just a little bit better,
dude.
That wasn't like futuristic, like
I'm telling
Apex,
you, that's where the money is, bro. Because no one wants to take a chance because of capitalism.
Right.
Everyone wants to do what they know is going to make money. Too much of a risk to take a chance on a new game. But whoever does, there is a market open for that shit, bro. I'm telling you, like, I can see it in advance. Like, if people at Activision or whatever would just listen to the community, there is such a market for that shit, man. People would love to watch that, like a high-speed 4v4 competitive game that was like Call of Duty, but a little different, mixed with, like, Call of Duty mixed with, like, Apex or
Battlefield. So, Battlefield Hardline. So I had the Game Pass. I've had it for years, but so I had Battlefield 4 and Battlefield Hardline, and then Battlefield 1 or 5 or whatever. The newest one is really cool, but it's like it's literally 5 country miles wide. But which is cool in its own regard. If you want to sit there and play a game for 50 minutes, to where you're just sniping people in the back. However, Battlefield 4 and Hardline had those small maps like COD, but you could ride on vehicles in the small maps, and it was really cool. Like, I low key I want to download it one day and like have you play it for a little bit. But like, imagine if there was a game, and I'm not even saying I want this to happen because I like COD. COD is COD, but like, imagine there was a game that came and made it a realistic machine gun game with like human beings that had no sci-fi in it. What, like, how does COD just have that market cornered with its real life realistic army shooter games? How did they do that? But but Apex, Overwatch, Fortnite are like cartoony battle royales, and
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I've never thought about that direction. I think the way to go is, like I was saying with Black Ops 3, give us like a futuristic thing, because no one wants like another World War II game. No one that's played out, dude. Like that old school, like, no one wants that. The futuristic shit is the move, but not honestly like what Overwatch is doing. Give us like a specific like specialist. Like, you could choose the invisibility guy. You can choose the guy that has extra armor. You can choose the guy that sends out a heat wave that it's like a giant stun. It stuns anyone in its like vicinity. And that means like, so you get that. Imagine like a search and destroy. Okay. It's 5-5 and you have the heat wave guy, to where you hit L1 R1 your ultimate and it pops a giant stun. Anyone within like 50 meters of you gets stunned to hell. They can't see anything. So you got that like round 4, and you could have used that at any point. But you could have used that to like clutch up a 1v2 that you were in. Or you could save it to the 5-5, and now you have it, and now you clutch up the 5-5. It's like, it brings a whole new aspect into the game of like thinking ahead and saving your specialist for a certain time.
It does make it more strategic. That
whatever they need, that's the key. Make it more strategic, more like chess, more to where you have to outthink your opponent and save things for certain times,
instead of just having a faster internet and better monitor.
Exactly.
Because honestly,
that's bullshit.
Look, guys, I don't know if any of you guys have watched me play on Parker's stream. I'm not the worst player in the world, but I just be getting, these motherfuckers just got fiber optic internet. And a really good monitor. And that 0.5 seconds, probably not even that, matters.
It does very much.
Fucking much, bro.
Very much so. And like, that's such bullshit. That's where we're at right now, and I think that's like a bell curve that will eventually level out.
I do.
Eventually, like, technology will get up to where it doesn't matter what TV you have; they're all 1 millisecond response times, or it doesn't matter what internet you have; it's all fiber. But for now, that's where it's at, and it sucks that it's like that.
Well, but think about when you were playing COD growing up in middle school, bro. You were dropping nukes on a fat ass TV with no headset. Now you literally, I have like, a setup just good enough to like get me there, but you have to have a double ear headphones. You got to have paddles in a small monitor.
Yeah.
And you have to,
You
or
have
else
to.
your game experience will be fucked.
Yeah, you're playing a whole nother game. Because you combine, let's say, like 0.2 milliseconds on the controller paddles, 0.1 on the TV,
Right.
0.2 on the internet connection, you're getting up to like half a second,
Yeah.
if not more, delayed. So
Right.
like when you jump around a corner, that guy is seeing you half a second before you are.
Right.
And therefore you're dead every time. It sucks. It sucks that it's like that.
Yeah, but I mean they catered to that.
Yeah. It's all about money, man, at the end of the day.
That's how they made the game.
Right. Well, yeah, because then you have to go out and buy the monitor. You have to go out and buy the good headset. Like
the damn good headset and the damn good monitor. Like, it's crazy because like on on FIFA, bro, I could hook up my shit to this fat ass TV and like I could play the weekend league, and if I was good enough, I could dominate. I really could. It doesn't matter that much on sports games.
Yeah.
Like it does. Obviously, if you're lagging, like you press A and it takes a whole second to kick the ball, you're going to be fucked. But like you'd be straight on the TV.
Yeah.
Like you don't need the sound. You know, you can play it with no sound.
Yeah.
But
well, all I'm saying is to put a button on it. There is a market for this, and if anyone at Activision happens to be hearing this podcast,
or Sledgehammer,
or Raven Software, whatever the fuck it is, dude, hit me up because I know how to make y'all some money.
Yeah, it should be interesting. I'm interested to see what they do this fall, this Christmas time or whatever, just to see the release because something happened to where a bunch of rich guys got in a room and said we're going to do a game for 2 years, and then the next year they were like, no, that's crazy, bro.
Yeah.
That never. A bunch of guys got together and said we're going to do something, committed to it, and then went back on it.
Yeah.
Imagine this, Parker. The game comes out this winter and the game fucking sucks. and then people were like, "Yo, why didn't you just stay on MW2?"
Dude, you know what they'll do? They'll say, "Wow, this is what they do every year." They'll say, "Wow, this sucks." They'll bitch about it on social media. Nothing will change. They'll play it for a whole year. And then we'll move on to the next one.
Yeah.
It's been happening for the past fucking
That is true.
3 years.
That is true.
COD doesn't care, man. They know it makes them money, and they're just gonna put a bullshit game out there.
That is true. Well, let's go ahead and end this thing. This was a good episode. We hit a ton of spots with pretty much no outline or bulletin too.
Yeah, no, we just out here.
But I will say this, man. We're March 9th, man. The rest of this year is just going to be dedicated to bringing some more cool shit to this podcast, like we did with the last episode. Had just a think tank of random drunk people together, and I just want to have more dope conversations with people and have more fun with this. I want to do one of those like trivia games here soon if I can get a couple guys together.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Perfect timing too.
Hey,
and I don't know, maybe Sunday we're going to have a bunch of people together, so I was thinking about maybe bringing some of this equipment and doing like a little on-the-fly podcast while people are getting tats, maybe a vlog, some type of shit. So I haven't thought it all the way through.
That would be cool.
But, yeah, this is episode something, I think 153. Boom.